My son, I'm killing. Are we there yet? Where God can speak, and we do, because we understand the foundation. Jeremiah 9:23. God's a God of loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness. So when we compare the thoughts in our head, we say, well, hold on, let me see. Is that loving kindness? Is that, you know what? That doesn't fit. Shut up, devil. Are you with me? We have to start taking what the devil is telling us and saying, no, that doesn't fit the definition of God. And throw it away. Because that's how we fall into these, that's how we stagger. Is when we believe a God that doesn't exist.
Come on, Perry.
When we believe a God that doesn't exist, that's called an idol. Right? We get caught up sometimes with physical idols. But in this day and age, no. The worst idols are the ones up here.
Yes.
The God we've created.
Yes.
And he looks just like our daddy. Hello? He looks just like daddy. Because wherever daddy fails us, that's what we think God's going to do too. But that's not the God we're serving. He's a God of loving kindness, of judgment, of righteousness. Are you with me?
Amen.
And he's looking for us to be lights. That when people see us, they see, wow, man of God, woman of God, giving him glory.
Amen. Amen.
All right? As opposed to in the world, right? People give the person glory. Well, he's so fine. No, that's giving the person glory. Ooh, look at her. Ooh, I like to get with that. That's glory going in the wrong direction. Are you with me? So, glory. I want you to remember that. Glory. Okay? Step 2, or aspect 2, or characteristic 2 of the God we're serving. Go to John 6. John 6:29, Jesus is talking. Jesus answered and said unto them, this is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. This is the work of God. What is God doing in you specifically?
Amen.
Working that you believe Jesus. Okay? Working that you believe Jesus. Not believe yourself, not believe the world, not believe CNN or any other news thing, but believe Jesus. That's the work he's doing. So in Philippians, when he says he's a work out in you the will to do, to believe. He's doing everything, ultimately, that you believe. And remember, what he calls belief is that you do it too. Faith without works is dead. All right? Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Already started talking about what Ecclesiastes says, but I want to just highlight a few things there as well. This is aspect 2. God will not give his glory unto any other. And secondly, his work is that we believe. His work is that we believe. Ecclesiastes 3, I'm just going to read verse 1 and then jump down to verse 14. I mentioned it before, but it says, to everything, how many things?
Everything.
To everything, there is a season. A time to every purpose under the heaven. And it goes through and lists all the various, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and so forth, okay? There is a season for everything. There's a season for everything. There's a season for everything. We're going to talk about what our seasons are in a little bit. But there's a season for everything. So we want you to leave here understanding what season you're in, so you're not expecting God to be in the season when he's not going to show up. If you just planted the seed, don't look for him to show up. Are you with me? There's a season. Go to verse 14. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And God doeth it that men should fear before him. This is really repeating what we read in John 6:29. To fear God means I recognize He is God,
Mm.
and I obey Him
Mm.
with fear and trembling.
Mm.
Yes.
All right?
Mm.
So there's a season. There's a season. There's a season. There's a season. Now, what are the things God's working on in every season for every Christian? We stated the first one. He's working on us believing. What else is God always working on in every Christian? What is He always working on in every Christian? Go to Hebrews 10.
Interesting.
I mean, if He's always working on faith, you got
Yeah.
that part. But if this other thing, He's always working on it too. In Hebrews 10, go down to verse 36.
Yeah.
He makes it emphatic. He says, "For you have need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise." Now, you have need of patience. My God shall supply all my need. So, guess what you're always working on?
Patience.
Patience. Patience. Let's, might as well read, since we're here in Hebrews, let's flip over and read what James says about the same thing.
Yep. Good point.
James chapter 1.